One.
A historic moment of firsts to administer the oath to our first African American, our first Asian American, and our first woman vice president, Kamala Harris. It is my great privilege to welcome to the inaugural stage the first Latina to ever serve on the Supreme Court of the United States of America, Justice Sonia Sotomayor.
Ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing for the oath of office, followed by musical honors.
Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, Kamala Davy Harris, do solemnly swear
I, Kamala Davy Harris, do solemnly swear
that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States
that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States
against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same,
that I take this obligation freely,
that I take this obligation freely,
without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion,
without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion,
that I will well and faithfully discharge
that I will well and faithfully discharge
the duties of the office on which I am about to enter.
the duties of the office upon which I am about to enter.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Okay, guys, welcome back to Queen Talk, the continuation of season 2. First, let me start off by apologizing. I know we said we were going to return January 11th. However, we were having technical difficulties, but we are here now. And we, as always, look forward to hearing from you in the comments. So please forgive us. Um, I am your host, the Marquise, along with Marshawn and Precious. JoJo is out, as you can see. Shut up, Marshawn. Shut up. JoJo is out, as you can see. Don't do that.
Bitch, just get on with it, damn it.
I'm gonna go ahead on with it. Okay, so for those of you who don't know what you just watched, either you've been living under a rock or you've been living under a rock. But that was the inauguration of our current vice president, Miss Kamala.
Or if you're still living in complete denial.
Or if you're still living in complete denial, that could be true. But I was going to be a little bit respectful.
No, look, this is real. We are here to tell the truth as usual.
As usual, that's true. That's true.
Then feel free to not watch us or don't follow us.
Right. But that was the inauguration of the vice president of our current vice president, Kamala Harris.
And for the record, can we say her name right? It's Kamala, not Kamala. Like Kama and La.
They don't even want to say Breonna Taylor, so you know about saying Kamala. Okay, so it is what it is. But that was history there. That was history there. Okay, that was another. I feel like it was an additional part of history to the first. Okay, we had the first Black president. Now we got the first Black vice president. Not to mention the first South Asian. I'm sorry, the first South Asian Black vice president. And overall, the first female vice president of the United States.
I'm just actually happy to have lived to see, really great historic moments. Like, I was so happy to have lived to see the first Black male president. And now I can say that I've lived to see the first female
woman
of color vice president. It's
And to think that just what 2 weeks prior to that, they were storming the Capitol,
right. Storming the Capitol with, I mean,
committing treason
if
and
we're gonna
terrorism.
call a spade a spade, they were terrorists. They
Yes,
were terrorists. I'm not gonna say they were rioters.
domestic
They're not. They were
terrorists.
rioters. They were domestic terrorists. They
Right.
were acts of treason, seditious acts, which is grounds. I mean, which technically they need to be charged with such.
I just want to say after this, they can't call us no monkeys no more.
They really
Let's just leave
cannot.
it at that.
Our savages at that. I mean,
They be
So,
their best argument is, well, you guys were out there destroying the streets and businesses and all. I'm like, but we
you
were never
destroyed the nation's
baby, y'all was
capital,
trying to
baby.
right.
overthrow
Y'all
the
stormed the
government.
nation's capital.
You
Y'all were storming the nation's capital because y'all were upset with an election that was basically y'all were upset with democracy, which it was running its course.
Right.
Y'all were upset with simple democracy taking place, and y'all just couldn't stand it because y'all were trying so hard to find evidence of fraud, which these were all accusations. There's no evidence. You need
at all.
Evidence.
which is what nobody had. Everybody was over there making accusations.
Right. So Precious, as I'm not even gonna say as a black female, but as a female overall, I know you are ecstatic about Kamala being in one of the highest seats in the country, let alone Kamala, let alone the world.
I am. I'm very ecstatic about it because I think for me, when I woke up on Wednesday morning, my first thought was, I can do that. If it was never evident before, I know now in my heart of hearts that I'm like, I can still do that. I can still do any and everything I want to do in this world. I can still do it just because I saw she was able to do it. And
Right.
so I know, like, if me at 29 years old, if I felt that, I can only imagine the same thoughts and feelings that went through every little girl, whether you black, whether you Asian, no matter what you are, every little girl out there in the world who's been told, well, you can't do something because you're a girl. I mean, I can only just imagine how they felt in that moment, being able to see a girl get the job done, if that makes sense. So
Right.
yeah, I'm very happy. I'm very overjoyed, and I just can't wait for these next 4 years.
I mean, I do think that it's way past time, like that it's
Absolutely.
overdue that a female actually takes one of those seats, whether it's the presidential seat or the vice presidential seat, you know.
Absolutely.
And I'm grateful, like Mashawn said, I'm grateful to have been alive during this time because for so long and
You would have
people
never thought
outside of
that would happen. You would have never thought,
right.
like growing up and looking at the history books, and of course,
It was just white people.
right, the struggle
White
of
people. The only time they talked about I'm not even just blacks. The only time they talked
right,
about other minorities and other ethnicities, it was during their demise. It was during their
right.
destruction.
And it's
When they
not
were
just
talking about the
it's like
falls of the empires in China, they were talking about slavery of black people. They were talking about the poverty of Mexicans and Cubans and all, but anytime you talked about white people or even, Greek people, it was always them at their best moment. It was always them at their best times in history, you
right, because
know.
you look at history, like you would never think that this would even happen because you look at
Right.
history, and I'm like our living's not in vain.
It's not.
No,
We're
it's
making
not.
things
And
happen.
like
So
it
happy
is
to see not just blacks but other minorities, stepping up. The country, look at our government, look at our Congress, look at our Senate. This is look at Biden's cabinet.
it's about to be a new America.
This is the
And
most diverse cabinet in American
it
history.
is.
Absolutely.
And for her
Yes.
to be sworn in by another female minority,
Right.
it's pretty
The
much
first.
right. The
It's
first,
really
right.
this is
By
a
another first minority,
baby. This is a
the
whole
icing on
new
the cake.
era. This is a whole new era, and I'm here for it.
It
It's
is.
Yeah.
this
And
time for
it's
change.
sad that people don't want to see that. It's sad
Right.
that people are arguing against that. And they're now they're yelling, "Oh, this is our land. This is our country." I'm like, you mean the land that you stole?
Yeah, you can't say
A
this
country
is
you
your
didn't
land.
build.
You can't say this is your land when it's been stolen. You can't say
Right.
that.
Right.
Like, this is land that you pretty
And
much
a
created
country you didn't build. A
at
country that has been built
the backs of
on
slaves,
the backs of not just slaves, but you know,
but other minority groups
but
as
and
well.
other minorities as well. Like these buildings, okay, come on, the buildings were built by the Mexicans, okay, that came here for better living, and
Honey,
y'all took advantage of that. Yeah, like they took advantage of that.
can
I
we just
still say it just makes me mad when and I mean I'm grateful that I haven't in this time with the election and everything. I'm grateful that I haven't run into that person who's come up with the our this and our that and our land conversation, because my thing still remains, well, if it's your land, what makes it more yours than mine?
Right.
What makes it so much more yours
Because
than it
I
is
am an
mine?
American.
Just like
I'm
you
like,
pay your taxes, hopefully, I pay
right,
my taxes too.
right. I pay
So
mine faithfully.
the
Shoot,
what
come
only
what
on.
makes it more yours than mine?
the only groups that do not have to pay taxes are the Native Americans, because this is
And they
their land.
shouldn't, and they
Why
should
would they?
not
Why do they need to pay for what they already own?
own.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like I said, the first Thanksgiving wasn't a dinner, honey.
Honey,
God.
but can we?
The first Thanksgiving
But on
wasn't
a
a dinner.
positive note, though, this whole election has pretty much been led by women, and I am so.
Baby, can we just stop?
Can we
Just take a moment and
give
just glorify
Stacey Abrams a
Stacey
hand?
Abrams.
Can we just give her a
Can
hand?
we just give her a hand of like, baby, talk about they stole the election.
Stole the
She took
election, but I'm
the
still in the
state.
state.
I'm stealing the state, and
Baby,
she
Stacey said,
did,
"Okay, y'all gonna steal the
God
governor's
darn
election,
it.
but look, I'm gonna take back the state, baby. Justin
Okay.
baby.
Timberlake, baby, took back the night, but
Black
Stacey took
girl
back the
magic
state,
at
baby.
its finest. Black girl magic at its
Baby,
finest. I don't
baby, I
care.
be telling y'all,
I don't
never
care.
underestimate the power of the black woman.
And
Let me tell you
what
something.
what pisses me off is, and I don't focus on it because it's so much that our own are out there achieving, not doing, but achieving or
Achieving.
whatever, and I don't focus on the hatred or whatever, but it does get to your ear. You
Mhm.
know, anybody can admit that it gets to your ear or whatever. And th- th- y'all, they try so hard to oppress our achievements,
Of
to
course.
not oppress, belittle, to diminish our
Hmm.
achievements, and I'm like, baby, she done something y'all couldn't, okay,
Never.
ever, and probably won't ever. But
Right.
as I said before, whether you're a Trump supporter or not, whether you're in politics or not, if you are a female, if you are a female, hell, figuratively and at heart,
Literally and figuratively.
literally and figuratively, you have to take in that moment. Like, for especially those females with that mentally abusive husband. Those females that are afraid of their husband, those females that are belittled by their husbands telling them how far they can go, not just as a female, but as a person or whatever. And you should be able to look at Kamala and be like,
Kamala.
it's a representation, right? That is a representation of me, you know, any female. But if you're gonna let, I'm gonna say, if you're gonna let Trump stand in your way of actually glorifying another female, whether she's South Asian, black, white, whatever, for achieving a big, big goal, then I don't know what
The
to
goal,
say.
baby. Look, this is an accomplishment.
An accomplishment,
Yeah.
right?
Accomplishment.
Like,
The goal was already set. She accomplished it.
right. And it's it's a beautiful thing. And white people are like, well, a lot of white people are like, they don't understand our praises to her. And I'm like, y'all don't understand. For years, for decades, for centuries, we were told that it would never be that. That just like they didn't understand us praising Obama, us being excited about Obama, us being excited about having black representatives in the House and in the Senate or whatever, because we were held under wraps. Okay, we were smothered. Okay, we could not. We were constantly told, "Oh, there'll never be a black president. There'll never be a black vice president." I mean, there weren't supposed to be black judges and black lawyers and black doctors, and they're here. Okay, we are here. When I say we are our ancestors' wildest dreams, I mean that. I mean
Exactly.
that. And like it has been preached and memed all over the media, the worst of us, the weakest of us. Shut up. Even the weakest of us are the
Stop it.
best than them. Okay.
Oh, I'm crying.
So maybe they put Bernie everywhere but in the White
Baby, can we
House.
talk about Bernie for a second? Bernie,
They put Bernie
first of
Sanders
all, I love
everywhere.
Hey,
Bernie. I'm
this
saying
was
this, Bernie.
Bernie's election. I'm
Bernie, I
sorry.
love you, Bernie, because
Baby.
Bernie is taking that meme and he made sweatshirts
He
out of it, and
did.
he's using it
And the
for
profits went to
the
charity.
money to give to charity. I
Baby.
love Bernie.
I love Bernie. Baby.
Bernie, I love you,
Bernie
Bernie.
is, I think he's one of the last of the freedom riders, isn't he?
I think
Oh,
so.
crying.
I think
Yeah.
he
But
is.
Lord have mercy, they put Bernie everywhere, baby.
Baby,
And Bernie was
everywhere.
like that out the shit is
Honey,
cold.
Bernie better
Baby,
deliver a
everywhere.
serious 8 count, baby.
Baby, Bernie been at the
Baby,
Superdome
look.
waiting.
Bernie been at Time Seafood out here in
Bernie
Plaquemine.
been everywhere. At the school board
I said,
office
Bernie
waiting
better-
on his
I said,
paycheck.
Like, Shaw, he better give the Prince and Elise a call.
Baby.
Okay.
Bernie said
Bernie was
shit is
focused.
cold. Bernie said it's cold out here, shit.
Lord, Bernie's like, I'm just ready to get
Baby,
back.
I am here for Bernie. I am. But baby,
crying.
can we talk about Miss Michelle Obama and how she just slayed the inaugural runway?
Baby, can I say that women pretty much ran this inauguration?
Baby, I ain't gonna lie, Michelle, girl, if you watching this, it was the flip for me.
Girl, the flip,
Baby,
girl,
coming down the stairs
it
when
was
your
the
flip
flip
just
and the
bounced,
bumping teeth,
girl.
baby. It was
It was the jumpsuit for me.
Baby, and not a label in
Ooh.
sight.
not a label.
Not a label in sight. And all you saw was her hands and her head. When I tell
Rock
you,
hold these rollers when they open the door.
okay,
Girl.
Barack, take my rollers out the moment they open the door and put them in your
Shoot.
pocket.
Put
'em in your pocket. Oh,
Baby, the Obamas
baby.
came to
That's how you show up to your former place of
the
employment.
Obamas came to say, and baby, talk about accomplishments. Talk about accomplishments. The Baton Rouge fashion designer that created Kamala's wardrobe, her outfit. Oh my God. Beautiful. Because I love purple.
All the
Y'all know
way
I love
around.
purple. Y'all know wait, I
Well,
got
purple's a sign of royalty.
it
Royalty,
is,
honey.
you know. I mean, shoot,
I'm
baby.
all the way on.
Girl,
So
I just want to say,
I was trying to share something, Queen. You got to give me the thing to share. 'Cause I was trying to share something.
oh
I just want to say I was here for all the fashions. You understand?
baby.
All of them.
Okay.
And I was
And-
definitely, of course, just like every other woman across the world, hopefully, I was rocking my pearls and chucks for my girl. We was focused. Yes.
Okay.
Girl,
We was
look,
focused.
I'm telling you, see, baby, look.
Yes.
Baby.
Take them rollers out, baby.
Take them rollers out the moment they open them doors. Okay.
All right, Shay, I got you.
Come on. Now, if we compare what
Don't do it.
Don't do it.
what she wore,
Baby, she
Don't
was
do it.
tired. Okay. And she was still slaying.
Michelle said we had to make sure we get in there first.
I had to make sure we get in here
now, if
first.
we can compare what she
Sure.
wore for one inauguration as opposed to the next.
Period.
Baby
Michelle
Michelle, say, girl,
saying-
give me the flip. Give me the flip, baby.
Michelle saying
Yeah.
we wasn't. First of all, I don't feel like being here.
Girl.
I'm tired. Them children got on my damn
Girl,
nerves,
say,
and
"Give me
Bobo
a
done ran
beat
all
on the
across
tail
the
and call it a
neighborhood. I had to go find him. I have time for this.
Okay.
Baby,
Well,
Go
look.
ahead on, give me my little weed plate,
Honey,
and I'm
the
gonna
Obamas-
rock it.
The thing is, though, the Obamas, they always stay slaying, and that's what I
Race.
love about them. Like they deliver, baby. And that's what I love.
That is
about
what you call the epitome of grace.
them. Right, and that's what you
Love
call
it.
having class. Even though some people, you know, that's just one thing your money can't afford to buy. Obviously, is class, but we
Hello.
don't say no names. But that's why there was always so much hate for that family. Because they were a family of grace in class and style. They knew how to carry themselves, as being the first black family in the White House, a house that was built by slaves, I might add. So it was such an honor for them to, when they first moved in there, for them to actually be in there making history. And now history has been made again. That
Right.
Kamala Harris, the first woman of color, the first black woman and first Asian American to become vice president. And I am saying that, see, women, baby, women, honey, women go through so much, not only with their bodies, but with things
Everything.
mentally, like
They
everything.
fight us for everything.
Women need the utmost respect, and it's just sad, that even that the most disrespected woman in the world is the black woman. Malcolm X said it.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's time that, we show women, especially women of color, the respect that they deserve. I mean, look at what
Absolutely.
happened. Look what Stacey Abrams did, baby. She took back, baby. She struck back. She said, "Okay, y'all want to go make me governor? Okay,
That's fine.
I'm gonna take back the state of Georgia." She pretty much had the last laugh. She pretty much
Okay.
did. Like, she deserves. Oh my God, that woman.
Okay.
She deserves
I'm
everything.
sorry. I was doing a little research on because I do want to recognize this gentleman, the guy who designed Kamala's inaugural dress,
Hmm.
Christopher John Rogers II. I think he's a native of New York, but he lives out here in Baton Rouge, Louisiana.
Amen.
No, he's a
Uh,
native of Baton Rouge.
he's native of Baton Rouge. Yeah,
Yes.
okay, yeah, yeah. I'm sorry, I got it backwards. Correct me if I'm wrong. He has his own clothing line it's under his name. Again, that's Christopher John Rogers the second.
He styled a lot of artists, including Beyonce, artists
He-
like Beyonce.
Yeah, yes, yes. He Michelle Obama. He even made a dress for Michelle Obama, Lizzo, Rihanna, Tracy Ellis Ross, and all.
Yeah, he's really
You
good.
know, and it's just refreshing to see because those of you who are watching from other states who never been to Baton Rouge, I ain't gonna lie, Baton Rouge got some cities where you'll look and just think Louisiana got cities that you'll look and think that nobody will ever get up out of there, you know. And boy, I just want to do the hair. Baby, come on, girl,
Just
let me
call
get
me when you're ready for the kids to start getting tutored, okay? Just
oh,
call me.
oh, oh okay.
Call me, girl.
I'm
Call me,
like
girl.
baby, let me put you some rollers in there, baby, or whatever. I ain't gonna lie though, Michelle's hair is exactly what I would have done. So to whoever her stylist is, her hairstylist is, well, because it was very fitting with the gown, with the let me see if I
It
can
was
pull
a
it up.
suit,
The
baby.
jumpsuit,
With
baby.
this,
The
yeah, I'm
jumpsuit.
sorry, with the jumpsuit,
The jumpsuit and the peacoat for me.
yeah, baby,
The flip, baby. Look, the curl, the wave, baby. Oh
all
my
of it, all
goodness.
of it, all of it. I would have done that
Honey,
because
Michelle said,
y'all know my rule. Like, well, Mashawn, you don't, but Precious, you know my rule. If if the shoulders are covered, let the hair flow. If your shoulders are out, pin it up.
Mm-hmm.
And it went perfect. It went perfect, and I'm just here for it. So that was a very
"Girl, I don't know your
smart
rule.
call.
I don't know your rule because I don't wear lace front.
I
You
don't be
gonna,
following the rule because I need my hair to flow at all times.
you
It's
gonna
just
make
that.
you gonna make you gonna make me a
But
Michelle
when
Poppy.
it,
You gonna make me
I
a
mean,
Michelle Poppy lace front.
when it comes to like an event or whatever, when it comes to like an event, you know, like prom, wedding dresses, and all, yeah. If your shoulders are in, if your shoulders are covered and your back is covered and all, go ahead on wear your hair
I
there.
mean, if you look at a lot of prom pictures, girls they usually have their hair pinned up and they wear these shoulderless, dresses. A lot of prom dresses are
Hmm.
shoulderless, and a lot of their hair, is usually up, or sometimes they may have like a little curl coming down, just a little hanging curl, or whatever you call that. 'Cause,
Yeah, that's what I did. I did the back of my hair swooped up, but I had the front like down hanging
Yeah,
cascade.
which I think I like
Mm-hmm.
those.
Yeah.
I like those little updo. I like a bang or curl down. For prom. Like if I
Mm-hmm.
think we you gonna make me a Michelle copy lace front
Hey, hey.
because I'll rock it, baby. Make me a Michelle copy lace front. That same.
Baby, I'm
That,
trying to figure out if that's a lace or if that's a leave out. I think
it,
that's a
That's
leave out.
Michelle's leave out, baby.
That's
Michelle
Michelle's
got
leave
hair.
out.
well,
Baby,
make me
Please
a.
know Michelle has hair and it's very healthy. Please know
please
that.
know,
I
please
want
know
it.
this. My
I
girl
want
is
it.
far from bald headed, okay?
I
My
wanted
girl
the
Okay.
is
exact
far
copy
from
of that
bald
hair,
headed.
baby.
My girl is far from bald
Let
headed.
your weave be an option, not a necessity. I always say that.
Yes, baby.
Okay.
Michelle say, we
Sergio
show y'all how
Hudson.
to slay even in pants. Okay.
Period. Period. You don't even see her head. It's just her head.
She's like, I'm
She's
gonna let y'all. She's like, I'm gonna
the
let y'all.
only skin she's showing, and she is gorgeous.
I'm gonna let y'all finish, but
Girl,
Michelle
Michelle
is a
said.
big
Girl,
dress
Michelle
at
said
the
it's
inauguration.
cold.
I'm gonna let y'all finish, but I came here to steal the show. That's what she said.
Okay,
Michelle said it's
I know
cold,
this is
baby.
y'all day,
Shut
but
up.
I came here to steal the show for real, for
Over
real.
there dressed like Wonder Woman. Come on now,
Hey,
baby.
hey,
Baby,
ain't doing
Wonder
that.
Woman, baby, I ain't gonna lie, she giving me
Wish,
Black Storm vibes just without the white hair. It's in there
baby, look.
somewhere. Barack, you cute too.
I was gonna say, but Rock's still fine.
No,
Leave
Barack.
my
Still,
No,
even with a
Barack.
Rock
head full of
forever
gray.
president
No,
is still
look,
fine.
look, baby, look, look. Michelle was just by herself. Barack was just her accessory. I'm sorry.
That's
Accessory, okay.
it.
Barack was the
That's
accessory.
it.
And you know
Barack
what?
was her
He
accessory.
does
You
not
coming with
mind
me
it.
today,
He
okay?
does not
And he
mind
don't
it at
mind. And
all.
he
At
don't mind.
all.
He don't mind it at all. Period.
And the thing
Oh,
about it
baby.
is, and not to turn this into an all Michelle thing, but it's like the thing that I love about them.
Girl,
He
stop it.
does
She was
not
trending on
mind.
Twitter.
He
She was
does
trending on.
not mind letting her have the spotlight.
He
No,
doesn't.
I
He
love
doesn't.
that
And
about him.
I love to see it.
I know, girl.
I
Look,
love to see it.
he
Baby, that's
wanted,
what successful marriage look like
honey.
to
If
the
You
next
ever
time.
want to know how your man's supposed to treat you in public?
look
Google
at
That's
them.
it.
Barack, baby.
That's
Look,
it.
Google them.
if my man ain't
Shit.
like Barack, I don't want him.
Period.
Okay? I don't want him.
Period.
Hello?
Period.
Ask
Oh my
anybody.
god.
Baby, I love to see it. I
Okay?
love to see it.
No,
And
like I
baby,
love that he's always uplifting her. Like he's always, and then she's right there all by his side, honey. Like it's what you. It's like the epitome of what a strong black married couple. And I love it. I'm here for it.
I'm always
Yes,
here
Lord.
for it. So let's talk about the queen, the young queen that read her poem.
I need
Um,
to hear it because I was at work,
you
so you
you
know I
didn't hear
didn't
it?
get. Of course not. I was at
Okay.
work.
Oh, you was at work. Okay, let me pull it
You know I
up.
had. You know they wouldn't let me stop teaching the children's.
Baby, look,
Child,
baby,
they ain't want them turn to see that.
They,
that
oh
poem made
baby,
me
that's
chill.
an off-camera conversation. I have to tell y'all the
That poem,
conversation I had with my 5 and 6 year olds about
Oh,
trunk, not
not
Trump,
Trump.
but trunk.
oh,
Leave
Trump.
me off it. That's an off-camera conversation.
child, look, that poem. All I gotta say is about Miss Amanda Gorman. I think that's her name, Amanda Gorman. That
Hmm.
poem, honey, I thought I was looking at a young Maya Angelou because that
Well,
poem,
honestly, she was inspired by her.
right, and
She
that's
was
what,
inspired by her,
right, and
and
that's what was like. I was just taken back. That poem, I had chills. Literally, I was almost in tears because it was so passionate, and it's pretty much what we needed to hear.
she is the youngest
The
to
youngest
read at
ever.
the inauguration, the youngest in history.
And then they're predicting that she may become president one day, which I'm hoping that she will
I
become president.
receive it, baby.
Baby, I
I'm hoping that
receive it.
she will
Hell,
I receive it for her.
I push it fucking mile.
I'm pushing
Kamala,
for Michelle 2024, but that's neither here nor there.
Kamala, baby, look, Michelle has said this plenty of times, honey. She don't want it,
She saw what it did to Barack.
baby. Look, y'all didn't stress my
Barack
poor
went in
husband
that
out.
house with a head full of black hair.
It came out white
It
as
came
snow.
out white as snow.
I said, y'all did. I said, Lord, y'all done made his black almost crack. I ain't trying to get
Uh-uh. Mm-mm.
Baby Barack said, I
Michelle
ain't
said,
never
keep it,
had
baby.
this
have
much
it.
white hair in my life.
Okay, so Amanda Gorman delivers the poem at Joe Biden's inauguration. Let's take a look.
But you know, they first gotta get paid first. You're gonna see these ads.
No.
Child. That's probably why it's taking so long.
No, girl, that's.
Mm-mm.
Let me stop.
I'm over it.
Well,
Well,
Mm, mm.
well,
I wonder if it's
Kiki,
doing this because I'm recording it. Here it
there we
goes.
go.
Mr. President, Dr. Biden, Madam Vice President, Mr. Emhoff, Americans, and the world. When day comes, we ask ourselves, where can we find light in this never-ending shade? The loss we carry, a sea we must wade. We've braved the belly of the beast. We've learned that quiet isn't always peace. And the norms and notions of what just isn't always just is. And yet, the dawn is ours before we knew it. Somehow we do it. Somehow we've weathered and witnessed a nation that isn't broken, but simply unfinished. We, the successors of a country and a time where a skinny black girl descended from slaves and raised by a single mother can dream of becoming president, only to find herself reciting for one. And yes, we are far from polished, far from pristine, but that doesn't mean we are striving to form a union that is perfect. We are striving to forge our union with purpose, to compose a country committed to all cultures, colors, characters, and conditions of man. And so we lift our gazes not to what stands between us, but what stands before us. We close the divide because we know to put our future first, we must first put our differences aside. We lay down our arms so we can reach out our arms to one another. We seek harm to none and harmony for all. Let the globe, if nothing else, say this is true. That even as we grieved, we grew, that even as we hurt, we hoped, that even as we tired, we tried, that we'll forever be tied together, victorious, not because we will never again know defeat, but because we will never again sow division. Scripture tells us to envision that everyone shall sit under their own vine and fig tree, and no one shall make them afraid. If we're to live up to our own time, then victory won't lie in the blade, but in all the bridges we've made. That is the promised glade, the hill we climb if only we dare it, because being American is more than a pride we inherit. It's the past we step into and how we repair it. We've seen a force that would shatter our nation rather than share it, would destroy our country if it meant delaying democracy. And this effort very nearly succeeded. But while democracy can be periodically delayed, it can never be permanently defeated. In this truth, in this faith we trust, for while we have our eyes on the future, history has its eyes on us. This is the era of just redemption. We feared it in its inception. We did not feel prepared to be the heirs of such a terrifying hour, but within it we found the power to author a new chapter, to offer hope and laughter to ourselves. So, while once we asked, how could we possibly prevail over catastrophe? Now we assert, how could catastrophe possibly prevail over us? We will not march back to what was, but move to what shall be, a country that is bruised but whole, benevolent but bold, fierce and free. We will not be turned around or interrupted by intimidation, because we know our inaction and inertia will be the inheritance of the next generation. Our blunders become their burdens. But one thing is certain: if we merge mercy with might and might with right, then love becomes our legacy and change our children's birthright. So let us leave behind a country better than the one we were left. With every breath from my bronze-pounded chest, we will raise this wounded world into a wondrous one. We will rise from the gold-limbed hills of the West. We will rise from the wind-swept Northeast, where our forefathers first realized revolution. We will rise from the lake-rimmed cities of the Midwestern states. We will rise from the sun-baked South. We will rebuild, reconcile, and recover in every known nook of our nation, in every corner called our country. Our people, diverse and beautiful, will emerge battered and beautiful. When day comes, we step out of the shade, aflame and unafraid. The new dawn blooms as we free it. For there is always light, if only we're brave enough to see it, if only we're brave enough to be it.
Yes. Yes.
Powerful.
Very powerful. You know.
And she's only 22 years old. She's the youngest poet ever to read.
At the inaugural.
Now, let's talk about her earrings and birdcage ring. Now, those were a gift
from
Oprah.
From
She
Oprah.
gave him a pair of earrings and a birdcage ring because it was referencing
To
his inauguration to poet Maya Angelou, because she read at Bill Clinton's 1993 inauguration, "I Know Why the Cage Bird
Sings."
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
And then I know the earrings had some kind of significance to them as well. I know they were by a designer. I can't remember the designer name, but with her wearing the gold and stuff, supposed to be like spiritual. I think the earrings were supposed to give her like some kind of spiritual empowerment. That's what Oprah was. Well, so
I mean, it was just a day full of history. It was just a day full of achievements. A day full of it was a good day for.
it was pretty much the birth of a new era.
And I firmly believe that things do get worse before they get better. And by them storming the Capitol, I was like, it can't be any worse than that, unless you literally like try to kill this man, But I do think it is a birth of a new nation, like you said, Michonne, a more equal nation, because unlike Trump, the significant difference between Biden and Trump is that, during Biden's speech, he said he's going to be a president not just to some Americans, but to all Americans, whether you support him or not. Unity is
supposed to
do right. Unity is like his entire theme for, I'm going to say, the next 8 years.
I think he said he's only doing it one time.
Probably so. I ain't gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. But Biden is up there.
They all say that until the time comes.
Right. But let this be known. It's a difference between choosing to do one time and
it's also
being forced to do one time, one term.
What's also making it historic with Biden, because Biden made history too. He's now the oldest president.
He is
elected into, because I think he's like what, 70?
I think he's 72.
72 or something. He's the oldest president to be elected into office now. So he's
Right.
made history, and then he's also made history by having the most diverse cabinet in American history.
So even if, God forbid, it happens during his term, it's not like he's leaving us in just anybody's hands. You know.
And what's even more historic with Biden is that he now has had the most popular votes ever. Because at first Obama held that title. Now Biden holds that title. He had 7 million popular votes.
Right.
That's a lot of votes.
But it was a day for us. I'm going to say that.
It was this was
It
really
was it was a day for America. And don't get us wrong, y'all. We're not idolizing any of them
no,
like people did Trump, because if they fuck up, yeah, we're gonna hold them accountable.
right.
I mean,
Mhm.
it is what it is. However, like I said before, like I said back in, what was it, season one? Well, no, earlier in season two. Well, like I said before, you know, it is important to have somebody that I can relate to in the room. Somebody I can relate to
Mhm.
in the room. And that's what's important. And I think that is what Biden wants to do. He wants everybody to have somebody they can relate to in the room. And that's
In the
Latinos,
room. Yeah.
that's blacks, that's natives, every minority out here, that's gays or whatever, Christian beliefs, Jewish beliefs, everybody is out there, because America is filled with immigrants. America came from immigrants. Okay. So for people out there saying, "Oh, this is our land. This is our land," I'm like,
It is our
it
land.
is our land,
It's our land. You're
right?
right. You're
But
absolutely
apparently,
right. It
America
is.
is only great when you can do it and people like me can't. When and that's the issue with America. It went from, I'm going to make this easier for people so they won't have to suffer what I went through, to, oh, if they had to suffer through it, then I got to suffer through it. So, and Biden thinks, excuse me, it comes down, when it comes down to, when the situation is canceling student loans. Oh, if I got to pay student loans, they got to pay student loans. It's not about you. It's not about just you. It's about bettering for our future. It's about making things easier for the people coming behind us. And that's what Biden, his cabinet, Kamala, all of them, that's what they're talking about.
Right. And already, like the moment he got sworn, he already like signed, I think what, the first day, 17 executive orders.
Mhm.
One of them overturning Trump's bill to take away LGBTQ discrimination
Right.
laws,
Right. And that
protective
and this
laws.
and this and this is a step up for the LGBTQ plus community. Like, we're not protected under the Civil Rights Act.
We're
Under,
not.
under the Civil Rights Act, it says, it doesn't say based on sexual orientation. It's based off of race. It's
Right.
based off of gender,
Right.
any disability. We're not protected under the Civil Rights Act because sexual orientation the Civil Rights Act has not been updated yet. So there has to be laws put in place to protect people like LGBTQ
They
plus.
need to start
I feel
doing.
like that's the next conversation that's coming, though.
It
Right.
is.
It
Maybe
is.
I could be wrong, but I feel like that's going to be the next thing that's coming. The
But
next
you
thing is
have
going to be this
but
kind
you have
of update.
these Supreme Court members who are so stuck on trying to overturn.
It's not even that they stuck on. They're stuck back
They're
in the damn 70s, the damn 60s. Damn.
they're trying to reverse the gay
Shit.
they're trying to reverse the gay marriage decision, which I don't understand.
All of them are over the age
I
of
don't understand. I
65,
don't understand how that's hurting them, but it is what it is.
I just don't
because
understand what they got to do with anything.
I
Right.
I don't
mean,
tell you who you can lay with at night, so why should what I choose to do matter to you?
look who's on the board there. Okay, look at the members of the Supreme Court. All of them, all of them come from the damn 70s. Okay, and this is why it's important to have,
Not even the 70s.
not even the 70s, and this is why it's important that I have
Term
term
law.
limits for
Term
everybody, not just the president, not just the vice president. They need to have term
for
limits,
for
because things change, values change,
Constantly.
morals change, and
I,
they're
I
stuck
think that
in the
needs to be
past.
thought about them having term limits, because
Right. It's time for them
I
to
think
go
that needs to
or
be.
disband the whole damn thing.
There's people
Because
on Congress now in the Senate and in the House that have been having seats for years and have done nothing to
Nothing
fix
at all.
America
And
at
that
all.
needs to be the next conversation. Putting these term limits on these seats.
Because, baby, see Moscow Mitch, he got to go.
I'm so sick.
Moscow Mitch has
I'm so
got
sick
to
of
go.
it. I'm so sick of y'all.
Let's take a commercial break. This is brought to you by the fragrance Blue. My mama got this for me for Christmas.
Oh, Lord.
This is by Ajmal, whoever.
Child, what kind of got that?
From the mall.
Yo, you better stop, child. We need a sponsor if y'all didn't
Okay.
You know,
baby,
You not own the rights to these products.
we need a sponsor. This is not sponsored, but we could use one if anybody that
okay.
Okay.
But I ain't gonna lie though. But yeah, Mitch gotta go. I mean, for somebody who's making millions of dollars, pretty much doing nothing. You're gonna tell working Americans, oh, $600 is enough.
Where do I fly?
$600 is enough. That's what you're gonna tell us. Okay.
You know what? You know what happened to that $600? See, the same day my account got stimulated, my car note was due.
Exactly.
You see, the same day my account got stimulated, I had a light bill too. So therefore, that $600 ain't really do nothing for me at all.
No,
because
it's crazy because
they don't know what it's like to actually work for a living.
Who were born pretty much with silver spoons in their mouth.
I mean, you came from the majority of them came from a financially wealthy family. Then they don't know what were taken care of all the way up to college, and then you got out of college and you went into your job. You don't know what it's like to work a 9 to 5.
They didn't have to take out student loans.
They didn't have to take out
for a government
anything like that.
Their mommies and daddies paid
catching rides to work or whatever, or anything like that.
I just feel like me personally, I feel like these representatives, like I feel like that should be a requirement. Like going forward, it should be a requirement that you have literally been through some of some of the everyday life problems that your average citizen goes through. Because I don't understand how you feel like you're qualified to make a decision that's going to affect me that you know nothing about.
Because $600 is enough, and then we have to go through all of this to even get a stimulus. Been in a pandemic since going on a full year. Been in a pandemic going on a full year. We only got 2 stimulus package. When I tell you, these people in other countries are literally asking us, are y'all okay over there?
Yeah.
I'm like,
you got people in Canada, if I'm not mistaken, isn't theirs, they get the same, like how we didn't even get a whole 2,000. But if I'm not mistaken, aren't they receiving 2,000 like every month?
Every month. Baby, it's America. That is America.
Make it make sense.
And this is why I'm excited about the position the government is in. You know, the Democrats got the House, the Democrats got the Senate,
right?
The Democrats got the White House. Because for the longest, yes, the Democrats have been the voice of those of the working class.
Right.
And majority of them have come from the working class. Okay. I'm not like our very own vice president came in the hood, baby.
I'm not trying to throw shade, but I'm kind of am. At some people who are conservatives, but still get government assistance. They still try to make it make sense.
Because it's okay if they get it, but if we get it, we're lazy and bombs. And
I'm trying to make it make sense to me, because this person's not going to be named, but you get government assistance that's coming from, and everybody on this show here are taxpayers. That's coming out of our money.
Right.
And you're just sitting on your
ass. I
ass.
would even go pettier with you. I bet you he buy crawfish with his food stamps.
Sure do.
Not the crawfish with the food stamps.
Baby, that was a big oversized baby. Them people did not want that. Oh, and it started with one post. Dude was like he in the store waiting on his crawfish, standing in line, and there's these three black girls that's in front of him that brought like $40, $50 worth of crawfish with their food stamps, and it just went everywhere with it. Girl, I was like, are you serious? I'm like, so not only are y'all complaining about people getting government assistance, y'all are complaining about how people use their government assistance. Let me tell you something, baby. If I wish the only thing was that of crawfish, the only issue was that of crawfish. Okay, people who need government assistance are not getting government assistance because people are lying on applications. People
Hello?
are lying to these representatives.
Right.
And it's not the people that the media tells you who it is.
It's not. It's really not.
Baby, I work at a retail store. When I was working at a retail, when I was working the cash register, one that came up to me, you got a full genuine Michael Kors purse. You got a Lexus keychain with the push to start, and you got the nerve
But
to
you
pull
look at your
out
food stamp card.
pull out your food stamp card.
Make it make sense.
Make it make sense.
Makes sense. All I'm gonna say is just
Oh, he needs some milk.
But Sean, you go ahead on the clock out for me.
Deceased.
But it's comical to me. I laugh at it because that's all it is a big joke. That's all it is a big joke. Because I hate when people think that they're the only citizens on this country. Baby, I wish I could move out this damn country. I really do wish. Baby, I just got a feeling that Canada will welcome me with open arms, or New Zealand.
let me go ahead and get the anthem playing. Oh,
Canada. Because it's ghetto over here. It is ghetto over here because it's 2021. We've been through a black president. Now we got a South Asian black vice president, and black people still are not citizens of this country because this is y'all's land.
Yeah, and we still struggling to trying to get government, the government to give us a stimulus,
Still struggling, fighting.
the former.
They got to vote on it. They got to vote on whether we survive or not.
I mean, this was pretty much how it really was anyway, trying to get them to do it.
Girl.
I mean, look, that was it. That was it. That was it. Just give us somebody to be like, they ain't getting shit.
Maybe that's why I don't eat at people's houses.
No.
But now.
But seriously, that's what it was like. You're trying to, you think you're gonna get, okay, we about to get this thing, and then boom,
Wow.
step in it.
No.
And then it's always a catch. It's always a catch. It's always a catch. So I'm just like, look, whatever the big thing is that's about to happen, just let it happen because I'm tired.
I'm tired.
Like, okay, if Jesus coming back, let him come back. If we're going into Civil War II, can it hurry up and happen? I'm tired. Or whatever. Whatever all of this is leading up to, may it hurry up and happen.
So the South can lose again? Ooh.
Because that's exactly what's gonna happen.
Ooh.
The South gonna be fighting against themselves.
Did I say that? Yeah, I did.
The South gonna be fighting against themselves.
It was so crazy that during the insurrection day, that word is so crazy because you could say the wrong thing and it's
insurrection.
And you could say erection, like one of the GOP members said.
Baby, I was always thinking resurrection. I'm like, wait, what?
But during insurrection day, it was funny that a lot of them stormed the Capitol waving Confederate flags.
That wasn't MAGA, honey. That was Antifa.
Right.
That's what it was Antifa. That's what they said. I was like, so it's Antifa in MAGA paraphernalia.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure I wasn't crazy because They said, no, that wasn't MAGA. That was Antifa. And then on top of that, the statement that former President Trump has given is almost as if he told them to go to the Capitol and not protest, but storm the Capitol, go break in to the Capitol while they were counting the votes for the final time, while he lost the election for the
Again.
final time. So, but that wasn't MAGA though. That wasn't MAGA. That was Antifa. Antifa. Yeah, that was Antifa. They just happened to have on MAGA paraphernalia. So MAGA has been framed. But when white people were painting themselves black during the Black Lives Matter riots,
baby, and
that's what they call them.
baby, okay,
And going out there and running over graves and painting buildings.
Baby, can we just get to the bottom of what Antifa really means? It's an acronym, baby. And since MAGA was saying that wasn't MAGA, that was Antifa, honey. Antifa's an acronym, baby, and it means ain't nobody training idiots for America, baby. Y'all knew what y'all was doing. Y'all knew
exactly what y'all was doing. Always want to blame someone else. Always want to blame someone else.
Ain't nobody training
out there.
Ain't nobody training idiots from America. That's exactly what Antifa means.
I mean, and then even if we were out there rioting, we had a good enough reason because it was too many black people that died at the hands of those who have taken an oath to protect all Americans, not just certain Americans. Y'all lost a race. He lost an election, okay? And y'all wanted to go storm, not buildings. I got to give it up to y'all because, baby, that's something black people ain't going to do. We ain't going to go.
We ain't going to mess up one thing.
But
we ain't going to mess up.
It all up.
But remember what your girl said though, Kwee, that if he lost, that they were just gonna go back to work like no was gonna happen.
They were gonna right.
They went to work all right.
Right at the Capitol.
They went to work.
They went to work all right.
Right at the Capitol.
Okay.
Baby.
And they all getting caught one by one.
Funny as hell. Funny as hell. And the woman that got shot, they want us to say her name, honey.
Her name is Breonna Taylor.
Her name is Breonna Taylor. That's the woman that got shot.
That's the woman that's an innocent woman that lost.
That's the woman that got shot.
Yeah. I don't know this other person that they're talking about.
The other one, you mean the domestic terrorist that committed treason to the United States democracy?
I mean, shit, I'll shoot you too. I mean, hell, you break up in somebody. You break up in somebody's.
You come up in my house, I'm gonna shoot you.
Right, you just break up in somebody's house, I'm gonna shoot you. So you know about the Capitol. You know about the Capitol, and it is sad. It is sad because it was just only one person at the Capitol that was doing their job.
Just the one.
Just
right. And the bad part about it is,
can we give it up to him though? He escorted. He got a chance to escort Kamala.
Right.
Into and what was his name? His name was what was his name?
I have to look him up.
His name because he needs to be. I think they said they were going to give him what they said they were going to do. They were going to give him something.
It's not the medal, I don't know, huh?
It's a medal or something.
Something like that.
Is it one of the congressional medals of honor? Or is it something different?
I think so.
He deserves it. It don't matter.
He do. Eugene Goodman.
Yeah, Eugene. Yep.
It took somebody named Eugene.
Eugene Goodman.
Black man.
Yes. He put
Mr. Eugene.
He put his life on the line.
Mr. Eugene.
And he deserves. He does deserve a medal because
he does.
He pretty much he alerted everybody. He was the first person. I think he was the first person to alert. You know, the breach,
and he deterred the rioters.
I was going to say, didn't they say that
away from the lawmakers?
Away from the lawmakers.
He sent them one way, and they were the opposite direction. So
yeah, he deserves. He deserves the utmost respect for what he did. He literally put his life on the line, and it was being filmed, so we literally could see it happening.
Yeah,
you know, it's. I can't
But
imagine.
that's when you go into your job for the right reasons.
Right.
Right.
I can't even imagine what was going through his head at that moment. Like, could
He
these
was
guys,
doing his damn job. That what
right,
was going through his head.
right.
Said
How can I
protect
forget?
and serve.
Like
That's what
But
he
it
was trying to
wasn't.
do.
but it could have
And
gotten,
notice
but it could have gotten worse. And that's what
it
I'm
could
saying.
have.
What if
But
it
notice how he didn't think about the number of Republicans or conservatives that was
right?
in there
He
voting.
was
He thought
protecting
about people's lives
lives.
because that's what it all comes down to,
He
your
was
life
basically put there what he was sworn to do,
to
was
do.
protect and serve. And some of the lawmakers that were in it that were sworn to help protect and serve are the ones committing conspiracy against the government themselves and going around spreading conspiracies and lies about the election.
Yeah.
You incited that insurrection, along with Trump. You incited that. That was all.
So I just need to know when y'all gonna get arrested too.
And you know
They,
what?
then people thought they was going home after that.
Probably not gonna happen. Yeah,
Then people thought they was going. Baby, they went on the planes. They got them people.
Look,
Went on the plane.
and then they won't cry.
You right there.
They
You
won't
over
cry.
there in B13? Come here.
Then they want cry victim. I'm like, they're treating me like a terrorist because that's what you
Not
did.
a terrorist. No. He said, y'all treated me like a black man. I was like, hurts, doesn't it?
Yeah, it hurts. You finally get a taste.
Hurts, doesn't it?
Imagine being oppressed for over 400 years.
Baby, I
now
love
you
to
see what we've
see
been
it.
saying.
And
Baby, I love to see
baby,
it.
you're being oppressed for one day. Imagine being oppressed for coming from people oppressed over 400 years. You think by you being oppressed one day is killing you? We're pretty much born with the color of our skin. We're pretty much been oppressed the day we come into this land.
That's
the day we
it.
come on this earth.
No.
We already marked for
I
oppression.
think he's getting the Medal of Valor.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Valor. I'm sorry. Yeah.
go.
Okay. So, all right. So, you guys, we have 5 minutes left of the show. So, this is the time where we go and give our final thoughts of the topic.
I mean, my final thought is, even though we spent a lot about talking about Kamala Logan, let's give it up for Uncle Joe. Still,
of course,
congratulating him
and his wife, Dr.
Jill
Biden.
Honey, I'm gonna have to go enroll at a class that she's teaching at that university.
And she was slaying too with her "I Want to Build a Snowman" because I was here for it
with her Tiffany blue. Go ahead, girl. But,
yes.
But my final thought is, I'm just happy to be proud and be alive for this historic moment, and I am looking forward to this new era, a new beginning, changes that are not only are going to help, just a group of individuals, but also that's going to help America as a whole.
Right.
And we finally have our allies back. We're finally taken seriously again. So it's good that we didn't renew another season of the shit show.
Hello.
Another 4 seasons.
Precious.
I don't have time for the 4 seasons. But my final thoughts, just like Marshawn said, to kind of recap, I'm just excited for the next 4 years. I'm excited for the new chapter. I'm excited for the women in leadership, like legit leadership. Like, not that I'm going to ask you and then he going to take credit for it, but the women actually being able to be in charge and make decisions that benefit us. And that's just where I'm at with it.
Good. It's just time for a woman's touch. It been time for a woman's touch.
You need a woman's touch.
And my final thought is, baby, I'm here for the diversity, and I'm regardless of your political beliefs, I do hope that it gets better for all of us, especially all of us that are struggling, especially during this pandemic, because right now it's not about whether you're a Trumpster or a fan of Biden or whatever. We're not going to get through this by you not doing what you're supposed to do because it's hurting us.
Right. Whether if you're a liberal or a conservative,
do your part.
Do your part. Let's look at, what's right. America did what they had to do to make this country
to better. Make do of what Trump left.
Right.
Let's put it that way.
Like I said, like I said, even if I wasn't registered as, a certain side, I would go always with what is right.
Period.
I feel like You know, I liked Biden's plans. I liked his ideas. And like already when he was in office, he was already making moves. I mean, he was trying
Right.
to get America back on track. And we're going through a pandemic, for crying out loud. That's killing. We've pretty much surpassed what, 400,000 deaths total. This is huge.
It's
And
huge.
it's always America. Every other country is progressing,
We needed
but
somebody
it's
in
us.
there
It's
that
always us
fix the
because
problem.
somebody always feel that their rights are being taken away from them.
First of all, when you say it's my constitutional right, have you even read the Constitution?
No,
I was just gonna say,
because
which
if they
one?
tell you to
Which
stay in
one
the
of your
house, baby,
I
constitutional rights?
love when people say it's my constitutional right. I said you probably haven't
Which
even
one?
read the
That's
Constitution.
what you need to start
right?
asking.
I said
Which
Which one, baby?
Which article?
Which
paragraph?
one?
Which one you talking about? You probably didn't even read all 100 something over 100 something pages of the art of the Constitution.
That's why I don't argue unless it's
I'm
under the
like,
comment section of
when
WFB.
I hear that it's my constitutional right, I say, well, which part?
But it is what it is. Okay, so you guys, I just want to say um thank you for all of you who got out there and voted. Thank you for all of you who have made your voice heard. For all of the first time voters, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Especially major shout out to Georgia.
Hey.
Major shout out to Georgia. I'm here for it. I am here for it. Please keep it up and everything, because baby, Louisiana could never.
We trying.
We trying.
We gonna get there.
We gonna get there slowly but surely.
Well, we have a Democratic governor, so we slowly but surely getting there.
Baby.
Going out for Louisiana. I saw you, buddy. I saw you.
Yeah, we have a Democratic governor, but we slowly but surely get up there.
So just do your part. I'm praying that by sometime mid this year, all this will be over. We'll be back to our regular selves, to our regular lives and everything. But just do your part. Wear your mask or stay home.
Sense of normalcy, just normalcy.
I miss it because I miss my life. Miss my life.
Normalcy back. Make it happen.
But you guys, this has been Kween Talk. Thank you for watching. And as always, I look forward to seeing you in the comments. I'm DeMarquise.
I'm Precious.
Marshawn.
And you all have a blessed day.